understanding. Limitations are not defined by what we see in the mirror or the obstacles we face, they exist only in the beliefs we hold. The truth is, most barriers are self-imposed. Our mind builds walls of doubt, fear, and insecurity that convince us we can't go further. But once we challenge those beliefs, understanding, we realize that our potential is far greater than we imagined. History is full of people who achieved the impossible simply because they refused to accept mental limits. When you shift your mindset from "I can't" to "I will," the boundaries of your reality begin to disappear. Standing. Your circumstances are just the starting point, not the final destination. They may shape your journey, but they do not have the power to define where you end up. Only your decisions do. Many people allow their environment, their past, or their struggles to dictate their future. Standing. But true transformation happens when you take responsibility for your choices. Every decision you make, to keep going, to learn, to grow, builds the path toward the life you desire. No matter how difficult life seems, the power to change it lies within the decisions you make every single day. Standing. True strength is not found in comfort or ease, it is forged in the fire of adversity. It is when everything seems impossible, when the odds are stacked against you, that you discover what you are truly capable of. Challenges are not meant to break you, they are meant to build your standing. Every setback becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, every failure a lesson that refines your character. The most powerful people in history didn't rise because life was easy, they rose because they learned to use adversity as their fuel. Standing. Purpose is the driving force that pushes you beyond limitations and obstacles. When you have a deep reason for what you do, no setback is strong enough to stop you. Purpose gives meaning to pain and direction to effort. Standing. It turns struggles into stepping stones and transforms ordinary actions into powerful steps toward a bigger vision. Without purpose, it's easy to quit when life gets hard. But when you know why you're doing something, you'll keep going no matter how tough the journey gets. Standing. Purpose isn't just motivation, it's the unshakable foundation that fuels lasting success. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's built when you stop making excuses and start taking action. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, persistence over quitting, standing, you strengthen the muscle of resilience. Excuses might feel like protection, but they only keep you stuck. Growth happens when you face reality, accept responsibility, and push forward regardless of circumstances. The more challenges you overcome, the tougher and more determined you become. Standing. Resilience is the result of refusing to let setbacks define you and proving again and again that you are stronger than any obstacle. Gratitude is the powerful shift that turns pain into progress and obstacles into opportunities. When you learn to be thankful even in difficult times, standing, you stop seeing challenges as punishments and start seeing them as lessons. Gratitude doesn't ignore the struggle. It transforms how you respond to it. It reminds you of what you still have, what you've already overcome, and what's still possible. This mindset keeps you motivated and focused, standing, even when the journey feels overwhelming. By choosing gratitude, you transform suffering into fuel for growth and discover strength you never knew existed within you. Self-belief is the foundation of every achievement and the starting point of all transformation. Without belief in yourself, standing, even the most powerful opportunities will pass you by. Confidence is not about knowing everything. It's about trusting that you have what it takes to figure things out, to keep going, and to rise no matter how many times you fall. When you truly believe in your potential, external opinions lose their power. Standing. That belief becomes the engine that drives you forward, pushes you beyond limits, and turns impossible dreams into achievable realities. Everything begins with believing you can. Challenges are not roadblocks meant to stop you. They are invitations to rise and discover the potential hidden within you. Standing. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. It's in the moments of struggle that you uncover abilities you didn't know you had, and strengths you never realized existed. Without challenges, you would never evolve or push beyond your comfort zone. Standing. Embrace them as teachers guiding you toward your best self. Each challenge overcome builds confidence, fuels growth, and brings you one step closer to the extraordinary version of yourself waiting to emerge. Your story, no matter how painful, messy, or difficult, can become someone else's survival guide. Standing. The battles you fought, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you've built along the way can inspire and empower others who feel lost or hopeless. By sharing your journey, you turn personal struggles into sources of hope and strength for those who need it most. Standing. Your story proves that it's possible to overcome, to rise, and to thrive. What once felt like a burden becomes a beacon, showing others they too can make it through the storm. Embracing what you cannot change is one of the most powerful steps toward personal freedom and growth. Standing. Life will always present circumstances beyond your control, but resisting them only drains your energy and holds you back. The key is to accept those unchangeable realities and focus your strength on what can be changed. Your mindset, your actions, and your responses. Understanding. When you stop wasting time wishing things were different, you begin to master the things within your reach. This shift not only brings peace but also empowers you to shape your future, no matter how difficult the present seems. Pain is not a punishment. It's preparation for the person you are becoming. Understanding. Every struggle, setback, and disappointment carries a lesson designed to strengthen you, shape your character, and build your resilience. Pain teaches patience, fuels growth, and refines your purpose. Instead of running from it, embrace it as a necessary part of your journey. Understanding. The strongest minds and most successful people in the world are forged through discomfort and adversity. What feels unbearable today is often the very thing that equips you with the strength, wisdom, and courage you'll need tomorrow. Faith in possibility is the spark that ignites transformation. Understanding. When you choose to believe that something greater is possible, even when there's no evidence yet, you open the door for change to happen. This kind of faith isn't about wishing or hoping, it's about trusting the process and taking bold steps forward, even when the outcome is uncertain. Understanding. It's the inner voice that whispers, keep going, when everything else says, quit. Faith rewires your thoughts, strengthens your actions, and aligns your life with the future you desire. When you believe deeply, you give yourself permission to achieve the impossible. The body may have physical limits. Understanding. But the human spirit is boundless. Muscles can tire, bones can break, and circumstances can restrict movement. But the spirit has no ceiling. It can dream without end, persevere without pause, and create beyond what the body can imagine. Understanding. This is why people have climbed mountains with broken bodies and achieved greatness against impossible odds. When you lead with your spirit, not your limitations, you transcend what's physically possible. The human spirit's strength lies in its refusal to accept limits. It keeps reaching, creating, understanding, and rising no matter the obstacle. Hope is not a passive feeling that comes and goes. It's an active choice you make every single day. It's the decision to believe in a better tomorrow, even when today feels unbearable. Hope is what keeps you moving when the path is unclear. Understanding. What pushes you forward when everything seems lost. It fuels resilience, strengthens courage, and reminds you that darkness is temporary. By choosing hope over despair, you give yourself the power to create change, no matter how small the steps. Understanding. Hope is the quiet strength that turns breakdowns into breakthroughs and keeps you fighting for more. The greatest victory in life is not winning when everything is easy. It's rising when the world expects you to stay down. True strength is proven not by how high you climb without falling. Understanding. But by how many times you stand back up after being knocked down. Every comeback is a statement of resilience, every rise a declaration of unstoppable will. When you refuse to be defined by failure, you show the world and yourself that nothing can break you. Rising after a fall is the ultimate triumph. Understanding. The moment you prove that you are truly unstoppable.